Hi, Debbie Zeta here from debbiezeta.com. I work as a spiritual life and business coach, and I wanted to dedicate this week's video about your life purpose and how you are never actually ever off track from living your life purpose. So I've been working with clients over the last 3.5 years in the spiritual industry, and what I'd noticed after working with so many clients is that there were a few different phases that people go through in their life purpose. And when I was initially reading up about it and channeling about it and sort of learning about your life purpose, there seems to be a lot of this understanding that you have to do something in order to find your life purpose, and that there's a process to go through. And indeed, there certainly are amazing books and resources out there and people that dedicate their businesses and lives to helping people to discover their life purpose. But I wanted to share something with you that I found on the journey over the last few years in working with my clients, and also that I found for myself. So maybe get a pen and paper ready if you can. Press pause if you need to, and then come back, and I want you to write down these 3 phases of your life purpose. So the first one is called preparation, the second one is called integration, and the third one is called application. So here's the things to look out for when you are in your preparation phase of your life purpose. So you never get off track, you're always living your life purpose. You just may be in one of these 3 phases, and you might be stuck in one of these 3 phases. So number 1, preparation. Preparation is all the lessons. So it's when you are going through a learning phase. It's when you are going through, for example, breakups, you're going through health issues, you're going through housing issues, you've got family concerns, you might be going through all of these things all at the same time. This is when you're in a preparation learning phase. This is where all that goodness and that amazing stuff comes from, because this is how we learn and this is how we grow. If you can liken it to doing a practical exercise at university or at school, where you're actually going out and looking outside at the dirt, or you've got a magnifying glass and you're investigating the frog in science class, or whatever it is that you're doing, there's a practical element to it. So the preparation phase is very practical. There is so much goodness and lesson that goes into it. Oftentimes, however, people get stuck in fear, and they get stuck in a mentality that they have, a poor mentality or a victim mentality, where they think, I've been through so many things, I'm an awful person, or I must be stupid, or I've been through so much, I can't get back up, so I'm just going to stay in this phase. And all the money and all the riches and all the relationships and love and everything else is just for everybody else in the world. It's not actually for me. Rubbish. It's for everybody. Everybody has access to love and to wisdom and to knowledge and to abundance, financially, emotionally, spiritually. Every single person does. It's not just for the lucky few. There is no such thing as luck. So if you are stuck in a preparation phase, watch out, because you are actually allowing yourself to be stuck there. Okay, the next one is the integration phase. Sorry, I've got hair caught on my face, as always. Okay, so the second phase is the integration phase. The integration phase is where you start going, I think that there's something more for me to be doing here. I think that maybe I have some big purpose to do, or I think that maybe the job I'm in is not the right one for me. I feel like there's something more. It's when you start to kind of question, and you start to have that excitement and that nervous energy, and you start to sort of look around, and you might even start to read a lot of books about self-development. You might start to go to business courses. You're starting to investigate. You're acquiring new knowledge. You're out of that phase where everything is just fearful and anxiety provoking, and the learning stuff is over. You've been through that, and you're now in a reflection stage. And it's called integration because you are looking to find a way, consciously and subconsciously, to try and merge those 2 things together, to try and find a way to go, this is what I've been through, this is what I can offer, what are the gaps, what do I need to fill? So this is such an amazing time to hire a coach, or go to a workshop, or speak to supportive friends, and learn ways that you can take the things that you've been through and put them into a practical place in your life. The other thing is, in this place, in this integration time, have a look at the things that you've been through in your life. So the themes that might come up for you. What are the themes? Have you been through a lot of breakups? Have you had a lot of health concerns? Are you someone that notices that you go into denial, or you go into emotional drama? What is the stuff that you are doing when these lessons are coming up for you? have a look at that and have a look at what you have learned from that. For example, if you're someone that's been through a lot of breakups, like I had been in my younger years, then you are someone who, well, for me anyway, because every lesson is different, I learned to go within and I learned to find that power within myself, and I went on a journey of self-love. So what I learned from my pattern of heartbreak, 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 and not being loved was I learned to love myself. And I realized it had nothing to do with the men that I was dating or wanted or loved or lusted after. It was all a reflection of myself. And so when I allowed myself to go into self-love, there was such amazing learning and such amazing gifts that came from that. Okay. The third phase is the application phase, where you've done the journeying, you've done the work, you've done the preparation, you've done the integration, you've looked for everything, you found a way, you set up your new business, things start falling into place. It looks like everything just opens up. All the doors open up. So, connections, opportunities, people are calling you, the business is flying, things are moving, things are growing. There's the guy, there's the girl, it's all moving, you feel amazing, it's friggin' awesome. Woohoo! That's application. Now, I'd love it if it finished there. It doesn't. You're always learning, you're always going through cycles. So when you go to the application phase, which some people never ever get to because they get stuck in one of the two earlier phases, if you're blessed enough to have done the work and recognize what you're doing and how you are in control of your life, and you find yourself in the application phase, be grateful and recognize that it won't last forever, because nothing ever does. You will probably soon enough, in fact, not probably, you will soon enough find yourself back into that preparation where you are learning again, where you are going through some sort of a struggle, where you're going through something and you are going through the learning phase again, back moving through to the integration again, moving through to the application when you're ready. So what I like to do is when I'm going through something in my personal life, I allow myself, I surrender, I go really deep, I let myself feel it. And then as soon as I feel ready, as soon as I can, I ask myself, what did I learn from this experience, and how can I give this back to those around me? How can I take the knowledge that I've learned, that I've been through, and help this to give this back to help other people that might be going through similar situations? So for me, that's how I write my workshop content. That's what I put into my books. That's my posts. That's my videos. I use that personally to give back. It's almost like saying, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. So that's something that I do. If you feel like you want to know how to move through these phases and you feel like you're stuck, this is one of my absolute favorite things to do. So please check out my website, debbiezita.com. You can also grab your copy of my free ebook, 9 Lessons About Self-Love Every Woman Should Know. It's definitely not just for women, it's also for men. And I also love to work with men as well as women. If I can be of any assistance to you, please give me a message. And I'd love to hear from you. And please also share this video if you feel the call to. Lots of love. Mwah.